fearful situations, and an experienced stockman can confront nervous circumstances. However, even the best conditioning and positive assurance by the handler sometimes cannot override fearful stimuli. They respond to human demeanor, such as fear, nervousness, anger, and impatience. They are creatures of habit and comfortable in their familiar surroundings. Some do not like patted on the head. Some have sensitive spots they do not like touched. Some do not like to be looked directly in the eye. Predators lock eyes with their prey when they approach. Some do not even like other horses or mules. Some will strike with their front feet. Some will kick with their hind feet. Mules in particular are adept at kicking forward with their hind feet, called a cow kick. Horses or mules can kick backwards 6 feet without moving their front feet. Some will bite, a secondary defense reaction. Biting is also employed to establish dominance. Some have annoying bad habits such as pawing and chewing on ropes. Some will try your patience, often making a game of it. Even the best trained horse or mule can have apprehensions that must be dealt with. Sometimes even the best trained horse or mule will have a wild streak. Stockman must always pay special attention to workers around his trail stock. Communication is the key to safety when working around them. The stockman knows the characteristics, fears, and traits of their riding and pack stock, and must not put workers in a compromising situation. It is the responsibility of the stockman to communicate this knowledge to the recruits that are working around their trail stock. Informed personnel and volunteers can avoid accidents and injuries if they are instructed on proper stock handling techniques. The stockman must instruct the workforce on proper precautions for safely working around their trail stock before the workday commences. Then they must maintain control and authority over the workforce during the workday. The workforce must wear appropriate clothing and footgear when working around trail stock. Wearing tennis shoes around trail stock is not appropriate. Wearing thongs around trail stock is definitely not appropriate footgear. When approaching trail stock, always pay close attention to their movement and disposition, an indication of their concern. If they show any signs of concern, immediately relax your posture and stand at ease. Always speak calmly to the trail stock when approaching them from any direction. Monitor the trail stock's reaction to your presence while working in close proximity to them. When walking up to an animal, approach the left shoulder. The left shoulder is a safe zone. Talk calmly as you advance towards them. Talking reassures them that you are not a threat. Continue to talk to them while you are working around them. To catch an animal, slowly place a hand on the neck just before the left shoulder, before reaching for the lead rope or halter. Never grab for their head. If it is necessary to catch loose stock, never chase them under any circumstances. Some trail stock will shy away from people working around their face. Some mules do not like their ears touched. When working around an animal's head, keep your head back from its face. While untying or tying up stock, stay away from a position directly in front of the animal. If you stand in front of an animal, you are in a danger zone. Do not pass under the stock's head and neck or the lead rope if you must move to the other side of the animal. You're placing yourself in a compromising position in a danger zone. When walking to the opposite side of an animal, talk to them while placing your hand high on the hip. Pass directly behind them, maintaining physical contact at all times. Remember that you are in a danger zone. Stay alert and keep close to the animal while in this danger zone. Walking in danger zones can result in accidents. When working around trail stock, do not get in a position between two animals. You are in a danger zone with no route for escape. Stay clear of lead ropes between two pack animals and never, under any circumstances, step over the rope between them. When leading trail stock, always use the lead rope and never try to lead or control trail stock by hanging onto the halter. Also, carry the loose end of the lead rope in folds. Never wrap a lead rope around your hand. This can result in an injury to your hand or worse if the animal pulls away from you. Never allow the trailing end of the lead rope to become tangled around your body. When leading an animal, wear gloves. When leading an animal, stand at the side of the animal and control the loose end of the lead rope. Remember that you are in a danger zone when standing in front of an animal. When tying up trail stock, always tie a quick release knot and tie up to a solid object. A lead rope can be swiftly released with a quick release knot in case of an emergency. Never put your fingers or hand through a loop in a lead rope when untying or tying up an animal. Tie loaded pack stock away from other horses and mules when loading the remaining animals, and it is not a good practice to tie up riding stock with their bridle reins. Tie only unloaded trail stock on a high line. It is not a good practice to tie tacked up pack stock or riding stock on a high line. It is the stockman's responsibility to make sure that their stock is tied properly, and he is responsible for the practice of safe procedures when loading and unloading pack stock. It is not a good practice to have the pack stock tied up when loading or unloading their cargo. Have a handler hold the pack stock when they are being loaded or unloaded. The stock handler should stand on the opposite side of the stock loader. Do not stand in front of an animal. Remember to stay out of the danger zones. Be careful around stock that are eating. Some are very territorial. They may become aggressive and display dominating behavior towards other stock and humans, which can result in injury to those that are close. As experienced horsemen, we often become apathetic towards our stock because of our familiarity with them. However, it is the stockman's responsibility to be mindful of the fact that many of the people working around their stock are not familiar with riding and pack stock. A saying in stock packing is, it is not will an accident happen, but rather when will it happen. A stockman must anticipate situations that may result in accidents that may cause injury to not only the workforce but also their trail stock and correct the circumstances immediately. It is the responsibility of the stockman to instruct personnel on the safety precautions to be employed while working around their trail stock. Many points in this discussion are very basic for most stockmen. However, they are critical for the safety of novices working around trail stock. These guidelines can be modified to suit local conditions. However, always remember that communication is the key to safely working around trail stock.